Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk really quick about how you can play an easy beginner song called You Are My Sunshine. And it's going to start on a G major chord, so we're going to put the first finger on the A string on the second fret, second finger is going to the low E on the third fret, and the third finger is the high E string on the third fret. And if you kind of strum all those together, that makes a G major chord. And we actually do a lot of that at the very beginning. We got G major, G major, G major, G major. But then we go to a C major. So then the way you play C major, you put first finger on the B on the first fret, second finger on the D on the second fret, third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum all the strings with that, that makes a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. And we do a couple of those, and then we go back to G major, and we do more G major, and then we go back to C major, and another C major, and then back to G major, and another G major, but then we do another G major, and then we go to D major. And the way you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the first fret, or second fret. Second finger goes to the high E on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the B on the third fret. And if you strum just the top four strings with that, that's called D major. And top four is kind of weird, but we're going to do that'll give you your clearest sound with that chord. And then we go back to G major, and then we got another G major. So G major, G major, G major, C major, C major, back to G major, G major, C major, C major, G major, G major, G major, D major, G major, G major. So one thing that I like to add to a chord progression, because that's pretty much your verse and your chorus all the way through the song, is something called a strum pattern. And my favorite 4/4 strum pattern is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if we just took the G and just tried that, we'd have down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, G, 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 down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, up. Now, one other thing that I like to do with this tune is to me it has a very traditional kind of country kind of feel. So there's something I call the country strum pattern, and the way the country strum pattern works is you take the G chord, for instance, and you play what's called the root of the chord, which is the name of the chord. So the lowest G on the guitar is the low E string. So if you played that string and then did a down up, and then the second part of this you play something called the fifth of the chord. And on a G chord, G is kind of the root. So if we count up G, A, B, C, D is what we call the fifth. And so on a G chord, if after that you play the D string and then do a down up, that's kind of our country strum pattern. So we got low E for the root, and then a down up, and then a D string for the fifth, and then a down up. So we kind of did that for all our G chords. That would sound a little bit more traditional country. D string for the fifth, down up, low E for the root, down up, D for the fifth, down up, low E for the root, down up, D for the fifth, down up, low E for the root, down up, D for the fifth, down up. But then when you get to the C chord, this can be a little weird, but the lowest C note on the guitar is on the A string. So while you're holding down the chord, if you play the A string for the root, down, up, but then the lowest, or the fifth for the chord would be C, D, E, F, G. And the lowest G on the guitar is on the low E on the third fret that we were just using for the root of the G chord. So what I like to do is I'll take the A string for the root with the third finger, and then take the third finger and move him to the low E string on the third fret to get the fifth, and then the down up for the C chord. chord. So you'd have the A string for the root, down, and then you gotta move the low E on the third for a down, or for down, right, to get the fifth. So you got root on the A, down, up, fifth on the low E on the third, down, up, root on the A on the third, down, up, low E on the third for the fifth, down, up, A string on the third for the root, down, up, low E on the fifth, or on the third for the fifth. So that's a little weird on the C chord. And then when you get to the D chord, when we got it, we got the D string as the root. And then if we count it up, D, E, F, G, A, the A string is actually the fifth. So you'd be doing D string, down, up, A string for the fifth, down, up, D string for the root, down, up, A string for the fifth, down, when we get to our D chord. So we tried the country strum pattern through the chord progression. We have the G with the low E root, down, up, D string for the fifth, down, another G with the low E root, down, up, D string for the fifth, down, up, low E for the root, down, up, D for the fifth, down, up, low E for the root, down, up, D for the fifth, down, up, and then we go to the C chord with the A string for the root, down, up, low E for the fifth, down, up, A string for the third for the root, down, up, low E for the fifth, down, but then the G with the low E for the root, and then the D string for the fifth, G with the low E for the root, D for the fifth, and then we got another C with the A string on the third for the root, and then the low E on the third for the root, or the fifth, and then the A string for the root, down, up, root to the low E on the third for the fifth, down, up, and then we got another G chord with the low E root, down, up, D string for the fifth, down, up, low E for the root, down, up, D for the fifth, down, up, another G with the low E root, down, up, D with the fifth, down, up, and then the D string or the D chord, we got the D string for the root, and then the A string for the fifth, down, up, and then we're back to the G with the low E root, down, up, D string for the fifth, down, up, low E for the root, down, up, D string for the fifth, you are my G, 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 sometimes on a tune like this, I like doing something I call the country tag to kind of close it. And the way you kind of do this, and you hear this like in a lot of tunes, but you play the low E on the third, and then you play an open A, but do a hammer on the first fret and then second fret. So you got low E on the third, A open, hammer on the one, hammer on the two, and then you go to the D string and do a hammer on the second, and then do a pull off immediately back to the open D. So you got to kind of hammer on pull off. So you got D string, open, hammer on the second on the D, and then pull off the open D, and then we're going to play an open G string after that, and then play a big G chord. That's something I call the country tag. So you got 3 on the low E, open A, 1, 2, is that double hammer on, and then D string, open, second fret, hammer on, pull off, and then open G, and then a big G chord. So you got. So all together, like from that last G, you'd have the root, down, up, fifth, down, up, D with the root, down, up, fifth, down, G with the low E root, down, up, D string, but then you can hit the country tag. Kind of close off the tune. So that would be a really easy way to kind of play You Are My Sunshine. So good luck!